Good day, panelists and fellow researchers. My name is Mary Jubilee Manalo, and I am accompanied with my research team, Ms. Joy Suplian and Mr. Mark Aaron Muring. And together, we will be presenting our research paper entitled Evaluating the Efficiency of Barangay Peacekeeping Action Teams in Crime Prevention as Perceived by the Residents of Tagum City, a basis for an action plan. To formally start this presentation, we will start by Ms. Joyce Suplian to explain the introduction and theoretical framework, followed by Mr. Mark Aaron Muring, who will explain the objectives and the methods of the study, and the rest will be explained by yours truly.
BPAT or the Barangay Peace Action Team refers to community volunteers who help the barangay and the police maintain peace and order. They are important because police officers are not always present in every area. So, BPATs help by patrolling, monitoring the community, assisting during disputes, and supporting crime prevention activities. However, even though BPATs have an important role, they also face problems such as lack of training, limited resources, and insufficient support. In Tagum City, crime and drug-related concerns still affect how safe residents feel. That is why the study focuses on evaluating how efficient BPATs are in preventing crime, based on the perception of residents in Barangay Visayan Village, Tagum City. This study is guided by the preventive patrol theory by Kelling and his colleagues. In simple terms, this theory means that when peacekeepers or authorities are visible in the community, people are less likely to commit crimes because they know someone is watching. This connects to the role of BPATs because they help patrol the barangay, monitor risky areas, and support crime prevention. The theory also supports the main areas measured in the study, such as preventing crime, helping apprehend criminals, reducing drug-related problems, and identifying drug dependents who may need rehabilitation.
Objectives. So this part explains the main goal of the study. The study aims to find out how efficient BPATs are in preventing crimes, based on the views of the residents of Tagum City. No? So it focuses in 4 areas. So number 1 is how BPAT helps prevent crime. And number 2, assist in apprehending criminals. And number 3, reduce drug-related problems. And lastly is to identify the drug dependents who may need rehabilitation. After obtaining the results, the study also aims to create an action plan that can help improve the performance and services of the BPATs in the community. So the methods, so this section explains how the study was conducted. So the study used a quantitative, descriptive research design, which means the study measured and described the level of BPAT efficiency using numerical data. So the respondents were 400 people, residents of Barangay Visayan Village in Tagum City, selected through simple random sampling. Yes, a modified questionnaire using a 5-point Likert scale was used to gather data. So the main statistical tool used was the mean. Yes, the mean, along with the standard deviation to interpret the results.
As you can see in the table above, it shows that the level of efficiency of BPATs in crime prevention is rated high, with an overall mean score of 3.48. Among all of the indicators, deterrence of crime got the highest mean score of 3.53. It is then followed by apprehension of criminals with a mean score of 3.51, and then drug demand and supply reduction with a mean score of 3.48, and the lowest among all of the indicators, which is identification of drug dependents for rehabilitation with a mean score of 3.43. All of these with a descriptive equivalent of high. So overall, this means that the level of efficiency of barangay peacekeeping action teams is indeed efficient. Now, let's shift our focus to the highest and lowest result in the study. To elaborate further on the highest rated indicator in the study, which is deterrence of crime, this means that the residents believe that BPATs are indeed efficient in preventing crime before it happens. Their visibility in the barangay, regular patrols, and monitoring of risky areas help discourage people from committing illegal activities. In simple terms, when BPAT members are seen around the community, possible offenders may think twice because they know someone is watching. This also helps residents feel safer and more confident in their community. And the result supports previous studies that emphasize the importance of visible patrols and hotspot policing, where peacekeeping teams focus on areas with higher risk of crime. And overall, this shows that BPAT's presence plays an important role in maintaining peace and order at the barangay level. The lowest rated indicator, which is the identification of drug dependents for rehabilitation. Even though it's the lowest, it is still interpreted as high. which means that BPAT are still seen as effective in this area. However, this result shows that they may need more support when it comes to identifying persons who may need rehabilitation, referring them to proper agencies, and monitoring their progress. And since drug-related concerns are more sensitive and complex, BPATs need stronger coordination with agencies such as health workers, PNP, and other local government units. As for the conclusion of this study, BPATs are seen to be doing an excellent job in helping keep the community safe, especially because people can see them patrolling and being present in the barangay. Their visibility helps prevent possible crimes because it gives the impression that the area is being watched. However, the study also shows that when they do still need improvement when it comes to drug-related concerns, particularly in helping identify people who may need rehabilitation. And because of this, BPATs need more training, better guidelines, and stronger teamwork with barangay officials, police, and health workers. Because of this result, the study recommends that BPATs should be given more training to improve their skills, especially in handling drug-related concerns. They need to learn more about drug awareness, gathering information, proper referral of drug dependents, and ethical documentation and community rehabilitation support. It is also important for BPATs to work closely with PNP, PDEA, DILG, healthcare workers, and social workers. And at the same time, residents should also help by reporting crimes, joining prevention programs, and supporting peace and order in the barangay. This proposed action plan is designed to improve the efficiency of BPATs in crime prevention by focusing on the areas measured in the study. First, BPATs should be more trained in identifying drug dependents for rehabilitation through proper profiling, documentation, confidentiality, and referral to health workers or rehabilitation centers. Second, they should receive anti-drug operations training to help them recognize drug-related activities, and then monitor hotspots and coordinate properly with PNP and PDEA. Third, BPATs should undergo response and apprehension seminars so they can safely assist the police in handling suspects while following proper procedures. Lastly, the action plan proposes a visibility patrol rotation program where BPATs will patrol identified risk areas more regularly. Overall, this plan aims to make BPATs more trained, organized, and visible and trusted by the community. For this last slide, we are showing the references we used in our study. So that concludes our presentation. Overall, BPATs are important in maintaining peace and order, but they still need more support, training, and cooperation from the community. So, thank you for your time and for listening. That is all.